Everyone, thanks for joining me, Fibromom. Before we get started, I just wanted to point this out. See in the back the string art? Isn't that pretty? Check it out. It's got pretty crystals on there. If you wanted to see a little clip on it, I did share it on the Instagram. Just Fibromom11. But Danny, I don't like to call it fan mail, it's like friend mail to me. But she sent this to me, and she's another YouTuber and a fellow spoonie, and I just love it. It's just really pretty. I love the heartbeat through it, and it's purple, so for fibromyalgia. I think it's pretty awesome. Hi Danny, thank you again, and you need to set up an Etsy account so you can make those and sell those, because they're really cool. I really like it. Okay, this video we are going to talk about managing stress with chronic pain, including fibromyalgia and whatever other chronic pain disease. Now I have my list, but it's on the computer this time, so if you see me kind of looking down, that's what I'm doing. Alright, okay, of course anyone can have a hard time managing stress. Especially those things that pop up that we cannot control. So we lose a loved one, or there's an accident that happens, certain things like that. Now, there's already a bunch of extra stress that comes on to those that have been diagnosed with chronic pain. Like, for one, not being able to work. That is very tough, because now you have even more limited income, and then you feel guilty. Guilt is a big one too. I still have a lot of that. That's a lot of my personal. Being limited on the stuff that you have done before. I haven't absolutely stopped everything that I loved. I still push through and do it, although, I'm going to suffer. But I'm not going to let fibro completely rob me of everything that I love. Okay, so I'm going to share some things that I have found that help me, because it's something that I have been dealing with, and it's time to get it under control, and I hope that some of these can help you. This thing is realizing that you cannot control everything. You gotta realize it is what it is and how to move forward with it. You can't always control what happens, but you can at least control how you react, and how you respond to it matters most. You can either choose to get upset, and it's just going to stress you out a whole bunch more, and then it's going to cause even more pain, because when you're stressed, you can feel it. Your muscles are clenched and they're tighter, and that's going to hurt. That's definitely going to hurt more later. So trying to think more positive will definitely help you get through that. I know it's something that I am still working on, but I've been doing better, and you'll see a change for sure, I promise. Check over your expectations. Look through, actually sit down, write them, or if you have a hard time writing, type them. Do whatever you gotta do to write down a list of what you expect of yourself. They can be as little as house cleaning, just your daily thing. Just write them down, look at it. I have noticed that it is impossible for me to clean the house like I could before. Solid day, I could have the house all done, so clean you could eat off the floor if you wanted to, but I notice when I spend so much time trying to do that, not only am I, down for a couple days, but then I missed out on the fun with the kids. And then I get so overly exhausted, I'm not able to do anything for the next day or two. Steps back. And then I didn't gain anything from that. And I felt horrible, and then I'm in a bad mood, It's just not worth it. And it really seems to be helping. I mean, it's not as great as I want it to be, but what I do is I plan for one big thing to get accomplished for the day. I choose one big thing, and I have some other stuff I put on there, but the big thing is to choose one very important thing you would like to accomplish and try to focus on that. If you can do more, awesome, do more, but don't stress over if you don't get all the extras done. Just work on that one thing. And I did that for a solid week, and I actually got quite a bit done. You know, just pace yourself, take those breaks. You know, don't get so worked up for it. Just, you know, to respect yourself, stand up for yourself. You know, learn to say no, and it's okay to say no. I am also very bad for this. You know, you don't want to tell anybody no. You want to be there for them, and you want to be that awesome friend that's always there every single time. And it gets to the point where just you get so overwhelmed with it, and you just get caught up on it, and you know, you end up really hurting yourself, and that's tough. So I've been working on that. Is that it's okay to say no. No, of course, don't say no every single time. You gotta do something. You don't want to be just a hermit in the house hiding. Now that can be through some close friends that you have. Maybe if you're in a big enough city or town, you can have a support group right in your town. Just do some searching. Google it online and find out if you have any active support groups in town. You can meet up people that understand exactly what you're going through. Besides, just talking and clarifying yourself can really relieve a lot of stress. Just let it off yourself. You know, especially because sometimes, even if your husband or your close family members don't mind talking about it, you know, or whatever, sometimes it's hard just to, you feel like you're complaining all the time. You know, I always tell everybody, you're not complaining, you're venting, and I need to take my own advice. But sometimes it's nice to talk to someone outside the family. And if you can't find support these ways, hop online. Like my mother and I have a support group for all invisible diseases. It's Facebook/Fibromyalgia pain. And we run a really good support group there. And it's just nice to talk to people, you know, reach out and get to know them. Learn some stress relieving techniques, and there's quite a few out there, you know, learning certain ways of breathing. And I know this might sound kind of weird at first. I know it did to me, but after a bunch of reading, you know, it could really help you out. So that's something to look into. And if you want me to get detailed of certain things that I'm listing here, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to tell you more about it. There's this game I found online that people do. It actually was suggested by a chiropractor, was to play the freeze game. And just throughout the day, whatever you're doing, just in your mind say freeze and stop. Look at what, you know, how you're positioning your body. Because if you already have chronic pain, you're finding yourself already tense. And when you're tense, your muscles are tightened, and then you're getting more knots and stuff, and that just brings on more pain, and that's the last thing you want. So play the freeze game, check yourself, and then when you notice, you really pay attention to what muscles are so tense. Loosen them up, you know, just roll your shoulders, do what you gotta do, and go back to whatever you were doing. So it's little things that can make a big difference. Another thing you can do is, well, I'm sure many of you that have had chronic pain for quite some time realize that you have naturally made your own routine. And I know this helps me a lot. You know, especially with the kiddos, it's having that everyday routine. It's hard when something pops up out of nowhere and your routine gets all messed up. But you know, that's going to happen regardless. But it's best to try to plan it. That way you can get your body more ready when, you know, a doctor appointment comes up or whatever it may be, or a wedding you're going to. You know, taking steps like that can really help you out. Other ideas people like to use are acupuncture, chiropractor, massage, meditation. You know, that's just a list of few of what you can do. If you have any you'd like to include, post them in the comments below and let me know what you think. Did you see my cup? I think that's a big thing. And you know, if you're not finding anything else, if you're not getting enough relief from that, sometimes you do have to go and try a medication out. Of course, you try to avoid that, so you're not taking handfuls of pills a day, but these should really, you should see a difference for sure. Try journaling. There's a lot more we can do without having to be really physical. But most importantly, stay positive thoughts, and you're going to see some big changes. Because if you're thinking all negative, you're already setting yourself up in a trap. And you don't want to do that. And then it's more pain, then it's depression, and that's just an ugly place to be. Be realistic. Don't cut yourself short. And if you liked it, thumbs up. And comment below. Let me know what you think of everything, okay? Be nice to hear from you. Until next time, just remember to be, easier on yourself. Don't be so hard. We can't control what goes on exactly with our body when we're diagnosed with this stuff, but just try to do your best to stay positive. Find positive people to be around. Find people that are going to uplift you, not bring you down. And just stay true to yourself. And if there's anything I can do to help, please do. Send me a message. If you look in the description, I'll have a bunch of stuff on there if you want to get a hold of me. Anything. That's exactly why I make these videos. So I think that's it for now. Thanks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.